Hello all. Today we are going to discuss about consignment procurement. This consignment procurement process is also called vendor consignment process. So first of all, we'll understand what is the difference between standard procurement process and vendor consignment procurement process. So in case of standard procurement process, whenever material is required, what customer does, customer creates purchase order and then send it to the vendor. So once purchase order has received by vendor, so with respect to that purchase order, vendor delivers his goods to the customer location or customer warehouse, and immediately he expects payment for the delivered quantity from the customer. But in case of vendor consignment process, as per the agreement between vendor and customer, what vendor does, vendor sends his material to the customer location and no immediate payment from that customer to the vendor for the delivered quantity. So once the material is required, what customer does, customer consumes that material and then customer becomes liable to do settlement for that consumed quantity. So this is high level overview of vendor consignment process. So we'll go into the detail. So in vendor consignment process, what happens? Vendor place his material stock at customer premise or at customer location as a vendor consignment stock, and immediately he doesn't expect payment from that customer. Though material is placed at customer premise, but still that ownership of that material will lie with the vendor. And as I mentioned, whenever the material is required, customer will consume that consignment stock from that warehouse and then do the settlement for the consumed quantity. So for this consignment process, how it works? So to perform consignment procurement process, purchasing info record is a mandatory, because in vendor consignment process we don't do invoice in a traditional way. In standard procurement process we create invoice through Miro transaction, but in vendor consignment process we don't create invoice or we don't receive invoice from the vendor. So in case of vendor consignment process, we do automatic settlement by using transaction code MRKO. So here, as I mentioned, we don't receive invoice from the vendor. So in this case, the purchasing info record is a mandatory, and that purchasing info record we need to create with the info category consignment. So this is the prerequisite for vendor consignment process. So first step is we need to create purchase info record with info category consignment for that material vendor combination. Then at second step, okay, we will create purchase equation. Then this purchase equation will convert it into purchase order. Then against this purchase order will perform good receipt and then goods issue or transport posting and will do consignment settlement. So this is how consignment procurement process works. So to perform this consignment procurement process we need some test data. So we will consider material CONS underscore mat1. We'll consider this vendor, purchase organization, plant and company code data. Now we'll log in into the system. Yeah, we have already logged in. So as I mentioned, first of all we need to create purchasing info record. So to create purchase info record, what transaction code we use? We use transaction code ME11. So execute ME11 transaction code. So here we will enter our supplier, means vendor, material, purchase or plant information. So what is our vendor? Our vendor is 64028. What is our material? CONS underscore MAT1. This is our purchase organization ZP01, plant ZP01, and here just remember we need to select info category as a consignment. And there is one more important point. Let's say if we have multiple purchase organizations assigned to plant ZP01, then we need to create purchasing info record with the standard purchase organization only. What I mentioned, let's say if we have a multiple purchase organization assigned to plant, then we need to create purchase info record with standard purchase organization. So if I want to know, okay, what is my standard purchase organization assigned to plant, so how I can check? So go to configuration path, SPRO IMG, then go to enterprise structure, assignment, materials management, click on assign standard purchase organization to plant. Click on execute. Here click on position to search your plant. So my plant is ZP01. So here we need to check what is the standard purchase organization allocated to this plant. So what is my standard purchase organization? My standard purchase organization is ZP01. So here, okay, I will create purchase info record with this ZP01 purchase organization. So again I am going to ME11 transaction. Here, okay, we entered material, vendor 64028, material CONS underscore MAT1, purchase organization is standard purchase organization ZP01, plant is ZP01, and here I have selected info category as a consignment. Then hit enter. Here I am just entering some random description, consignment info record. Now, okay, if you want, as we know, okay, how to create info record. So whatever details you want to maintain, you just maintain in this general data. Then again press enter button. So in purchasing or data one screen, just maintain mandatory details. So here I'm just randomly entering these details. Then scroll down. In net price field, okay, here you can enter price, or there's one more important thing. In this purchase or data one field, there is one field, tax code. Okay, just remember this field. This tax code is important for settlement purpose. For the time being, I am just keeping this field as it is because I want to highlight one error during automatic settlement. So I will just keep this field as it blank. Click on conditions, or here I will just enter price. Let's say I am entering price $10 US. Click on save. Yeah, so purchasing info record created. So if you double click on this message, so here see purchasing info record. This is the purchasing info record number 911234562020. ZP01 is our purchase organization, and then this K refers info category. So this K means consignment, and this ZP01 is our plant. So we have created this purchasing info record with the standard purchase organization and with the info category as a consignment. Now first part is done. What is the second part? At second part we'll create purchase requisition. So to create purchase requisition, we will use transaction code ME51N. Execute ME51N. So here I am selecting source determination checkbox, and as I want to create purchase requisition, okay, so here I will just enter material CONS underscore MAT1. Here I am selecting item category as a consignment. So this will differentiate your normal purchase requisition and in consignment purchase requisition. If you enter here item category as a K, so it means this is the consignment purchase requisition. Here suppose I want 100 quantity. So here I am just entering 100 quantity, 100 each. I need this material for ZP01 plant. So here I entered ZP01 plant, hit enter. Okay, purchasing group. So here I am entering purchasing group. Yeah. So I have entered all mandatory information. Again click on check button to see if there is any error. So we don't have any error. So if you click on source of supply tab, so here you can see system has determined source, okay, from the master data. So here system has identified this vendor as a source and purchase organization ZP01, and here system has automatically determined this info record. So all mandatory details are filled. So we can click on save button. So we have created this purchase in requisition. So click on other purchase requisition button and then click on other document. So we'll keep this screen as it will keep this screen open. Now I will copy this purchase requisition number. Now what is my next step? My third step is I want to convert this purchase requisition to purchase order. So for that I will use MA21N transaction /o MA21N. Now I want to convert purchase requisition to purchase order. So if you move the scroll bar towards right side, you will get purchase requisition column. So here I am entering purchase requisition number, hit enter. So here you can see supplier, purchase organization, purchasing group, company code, this all information, even of material, item category, all informations are populated automatically. But we are getting one error, enter location. So here we'll enter storage location. So I want store this material in 0001 store location. So here we enter store location as a 0001. So click on check button. So no message issued during check. So it means all mandatory informations are filled automatically, or it got populated automatically from purchase requisition. If you see carefully this purchase order screen, so here this net price field, okay, it's in grayed out, okay, it's grayed out. It means, okay, in consignment process, this price information and condition details, okay, system doesn't fetch from purchase order. Then what happens? System fetches this information, price and condition related details. System fetches from info record. System determines these details from the purchasing info record. That's why if you see here at item level, we don't have a conditions tab. Even we don't have invoice tab, because in consignment procurement process, okay, invoice doesn't come in picture, right? That's why invoice tab is suppressed, condition tab is also suppressed, and also if you go to delivery tab, here you can see good receipt field, this is also suppressed. How this is suppressed? So here if you see what item category we have maintained item category K. So because of this item category K, okay, what happened? These fields, good receipt, then invoice tab, condition tabs, okay, are suppressed. So first of all we'll see what is this item category K. So for this we'll open configuration setting, go to SPRO, click on SAP reference IMG, materials management, purchasing. If you scroll down, here you will get one config node, define external representation of item categories. Click on execute. So here we have standard item categories available. So we want to see this consignment item category. So select this consignment item category, click on details button. So here technical code is 2, front end code is consignment or K. So here you can see these are the different parameters, okay, are maintained under this item category K. So for item category K, here you can see material required is mandatory. It means we we have to create purchase order consignment PO with material only. We cannot create consignment PO without material. Then additional account assignment is not allowed. It means if you try to create consignment PO with some account assignment category, this system will not allow. If you go back to purchase order screen, so this is our purchase order screen, right? So here you can see this account assignment key field is also grayed out. It means account assignment category is not allowed for consignment PO. Then inventory management mandatory. It means this consignment PO, this consignment procurement process, okay, we use for direct procurement. Okay, we cannot use this item category K for consumption procurement. Then good receipt PO item link. This GR indicator is selected, it will come in selected mode. Then GR indicator firm. What is the meaning of firm in PO? It means in your PO this GR indicator will come in selected mode, but it will be suppressed. Firm means it will be suppressed in selected mode. Then GR valuation not validated. It means suppose if we do good receipt with respect to this consignment PO, then our inventory will be updated on quantity basis only. Inventory will not update on value basis. It means when we will do good receipt, so that time system will only create material document. It will not create accounting document during good receipt. Then next control parameter is invoice receipt. So here you can see for this consignment PO, invoice is not allowed. This checkbox is not selected means for consignment PO, invoice is not allowed. And firm in PO, it means for this PO, invoice is not allowed, and that invoice field is also in suppressed mode. Means we cannot see invoice receipt indicator in our purchase order screen. So this is control parameters maintained under item category K. So because of this item category K, what observation we saw here? This account assignment category field is grayed out, means account assignment category is not allowed. Then under delivery tab, good receipt and GR non-valid, that fields, okay, are suppressed. Okay, GR field in selected mode is suppressed and GR non-valid field in selected mode is suppressed. Then invoice tab is also suppressed. For item category K POs, invoice is not allowed and that field is also suppressed, and invoice tab is also suppressed. And condition tab is also suppressed. And here you can see we cannot maintain price in consignment PO because this net price field is also grayed out. So this is, okay, important for knowledge point of view. So click on check button, so we don't have any error. So we'll click on save button. So now we have created purchase order. So what is our purchase order number? Our purchase order number is 45445050517. Let's assume this supplier has received this purchase order, and after receiving purchase order he has delivered this material to our delivery address. So let's say now we have received this material physically. So in this case, what warehouse user will do? Warehouse user will perform good receipt. For this purchase order. Okay. So first of all, before doing good receipt, first of all we will see the stock status for this material. So if you want to check stock for any material, how you can check? To check stock for any material, we have to use transaction code MMBE or MB52. So here I will use MMBE transaction. So here enter your material code, plant code, click on execute. So right now here you can see under undershirt column we don't have any stock available, and under consignment ordered column here it is showing ordered status is 100. It means there is one purchase order is in place, okay, and against that purchase order there is no GR posted. That's why here it is showing this consignment PO open or as an ordered status. Now what we'll do, we'll perform good receipt. So to perform good receipt, what transaction code we need to use? So to perform good receipt we will use transaction code MIGO. So we'll open one more screen. So here select action as a good receipt. In a reference document we'll select reference document as a purchase order. Here I am entering purchase order number and press enter button. Press enter button. Now one important point, okay, at header level here you can see what is the movement at header level. At header level system is showing movement type 101, and in special stock indicator field this field is a blank. We don't have special stock indicator at header level, but if you scroll down and if you check item level movement type, so what difference you will see here? At item level it is showing movement type 101 with special stock indicator K. What is meant by K? If you just click on drop down option, K means supplier consignment or vendor consignment. So it means at header level movement, okay, movement will appear as a 101 without special stock indicator, but at item level here it will show movement type 101 with special stock indicator K. Okay, then observe all other details, okay, which are populated. So here material is correct. Then quantity, we order 100 quantity and we receive 100 quantity from supplier. Then in where tab, okay, observe movement type, plant and store location all are correct. In purchase order data you can see purchase order number. In partner field you can see vendor information. In account assignment type, as we don't have any account assignment category in purchase order, that's why here in account assignment this account assignment column tab will be blank, right? So all the informations are correct. So here we'll select this item, okay, checkbox, and again click on check button. So this document is okay, so we can click on post button. So now I am clicking on post button. So see, we got message material document has posted. So now we'll see, okay, with this material document or with this good receipt, okay, what impact will happen. So if you want to open this material document in display mode, how you can open? Again go to action field, select display. In a reference document select material document, then enter that material document number, GR document number, then hit enter. So here you can see all informations, okay, which we entered during good receipt. Now as I mentioned, during good receipt, okay, system only updates inventory on quantity basis, not on value basis, right? So if you go to MMB screen, click on refresh button. So here what happened? Consignment order quantity, okay, it got reduced, and our unregistered use stock, okay, it got increased, right? It means after good receipt inventory for the material, okay, got updated on quantity basis. But here you can see this 100 quantity stock, it is not appearing at storage location level, okay, it is appearing under storage location, but it is appearing at vendor consignment level. It means, okay, it's not a unregistered, it's a special stock. And what is a special stock? It is a vendor consignment special stock. If you double click on this vendor consignment stock, so here it will show this 100 stock, it's a vendor consignment stock, and who is actually owner? This 6000028, this supplier is the owner for this consignment stock. Now Go back to GR document. Now under document info tab, click on FI document to check accounting entry. So see what message we are getting. No subsequent document found in accounting. So just remember this point. In interview, sometimes interviewer may ask, okay, tell me what are the accounting entries generated during good receipt for consignment PO. So you need that time you need to tell him that during consignment PO good receipt, system doesn't generate accounting document. System doesn't generate accounting document. So after good receipt, stock updated in inventory only on quantity basis, not on value basis. Why? Because although we received stock from the vendor, but ownership still lies with the vendor. We are not owner of that stock. That's why system doesn't generate accounting entry during goods receipt. Okay, now see, now this material we have received, right? Let's say now this material we have stored in this 0001 warehouse. Now after some days, okay, suppose now requirement comes from production department or from other department, okay, for this material. Now we want to issue this material, okay, we want to consume this material. So how you can consume? If you want to consume this material, so what you can do? If you want to consume this material, again I am going to MKO transaction. If you want to consume material, what you can do? You can issue that consignment stock. You can issue that consignment stock with respect to production order or without any reference or with respect to reservation, right? If suppose let's say you have a production order, so you can issue that consignment stock against that production order. Suppose if you don't have any document, then you can do goods issue without any reference, okay. But at the time of goods issue, here you need to select movement type 201 with the special stock indicator K, okay. In case of production order, you need to select movement type 261 K. So for consumption, if you want to consume material or if you want to withdraw that consignment stock, then here you need to enter appropriate movement with the special stock indicator K. K means supplier consignment or vendor consignment. Or second way is transfer this stock. Transfer, right now this stock is a vendor consignment stock, right? Owner of the stock is vendor, right? So what you do, you transfer ownership of this stock from vendor to us, to vendor to company. So how you can do ownership transfer? So if you want to do transfer posting of this consignment stock, so how for that you need to select action as a transfer posting. So here now we will select action as a transfer posting. In a reference document we will select reference document as a other, and here select movement type 411 with special stock indicator K. So here what we entered, here we selected movement type 411 with special stock indicator K. So what is this 411 movement? If you click on this drop down option, now we'll see what is the description of this 411 movement. If you scroll down, what is it meant by 411? 411 means transfer posting store, okay, 411K. Transfer posting from consignment stock to own stock. It means we are transferring ownership of that consignment stock from vendor to us. We are converting that vendor consignment stock to our own stock. So now we'll do this transfer posting activity. If you scroll down, so under transfer posting tab, here enter the material. So which material, for which material you want to do transfer posting? I want to do transfer posting for material consignment underscore mat1. In destination field also enter same material. Then what is my plant code? My plant code is ZP01. What is my storage location? My store location is 0001. Even though I am doing even though I am doing transfer posting, but after transfer posting also I want to keep the stock under same store location. So here I will enter destination store location same as a source storage location. Then here special stock indicator will be K. Then here you need to enter supplier, name of supplier. Okay, who is owner of that supplier? Who is owner of that consignment stock? Owner of that stock is 600028. This is the supplier. Okay, he is the supplier. Okay, he is the owner of that consignment stock. So here I entered supplier name. Then in the quantity field, how much quantity you want to transfer? Let's say right now my my requirement is, okay, I need only 10 quantity out of this 100. So here in quantity field, here I will enter quantity as a 10. Click on check button. Okay, select item okay and click on check button. So we got a message document is okay. So before posting, we'll just check other tab also. In material tab, observe material details are correctly entered. Quantity tab, and just check quantities are entered correctly. In where tab, at item level also see movement tab 411K, which is same as header level. Then here check the vendor number if it is correct. Plant solution information in account assignment tab. Okay, as we are not doing goods issue to cost center, so this cost center field is optional, don't need to enter. So all details we have entered correctly. Then we will click on post. So the moment you do transfer posting or the moment you do goods issue, then what happens, immediately you becomes owner of that material. Immediately ownership gets transferred from supplier to you. So here material document is posted. Now if you go back to MMB screen, so here what happens, once transfer posting or goods issue has posted, see this vendor consignment stock, okay, this stock will decrease. Okay, this consignment stock will decrease as we did transfer posting. So what happened, vendor consignment stock got decreased and our own stock got increased, right? We did transfer posting, right? We transfer stock from vendor consignment to our own stock. That's why 10 quantity from vendor consignment got decreased and 10 quantity got increased to our own stock. Now we did ownership transfer, right? Now we'll open this document in display mode. How you can open this document in display mode? Click on click on drop down of action field, select action as a display, reference document, material document, enter your material document, then press enter. So this is how you can open material document in display mode. Then go at header level, go to document info tab, click on FI document. Now see, now accounting system has generated accounting document. So double click on this accounting document. So here with this transfer posting, what happened, okay, some accounting entries got generated. So here what I will do, I will just add transaction key column also. If you scroll down, how you can add transaction key column, just click on choose layout button, then click on change layout button. In right side section, okay, search transaction field. I think it says it is already added. Yeah, it is already added here. Yeah, here I will just keep this as field. So here see what happens. So with transfer posting or goods issue, okay, what accounting entries will generate this? Okay, this accounting entries interviewer may ask during interview. So when we do goods issue for consignment, vendor consignment stock, or when we do transfer posting for vendor consignment stock, what happen? Our inventory GL account, okay, our inventory GL account for, okay, now I'm discussing about transfer posting. Okay, in case of transfer posting, what happens, our inventory GL account or stock GL account got debited, okay, got debited with BSX transaction key, with BSX transaction key, and account payable, and this payable consignment payable account got credited. Here you can say 100 minus, it means this account payable account got credited with this KON transaction key, with KON transaction key. Let me open one notepad. Okay, during transfer posting, with moment type 411K. Okay, so what are the accounting entries generates? First, inventory GL account, as we transferred stock from vendor consignment to own stock. Okay, in that case our inventory GL account debited, inventory GL account debited with BSX transaction key. I'm just writing in shortcut, transaction key. And with what value it will debited? It will debited with transfer posting quantity. How much quantity we transfer, how much quantity we did transfer posting, into PIR price. PIR price means purchasing info record price. Purchasing info record price. So here in this case what happened? If you see this accounting document, so here how much value it is showing? 100 minus. 100 minus means how it is calculated? 100 minus. So it system check how much quantity we transferred. Wait, how much quantity we transferred? We transferred, if you go back to check quantity, how much quantity we transferred? We transferred 10 quantity, right? We transferred 10 quantity into how much price we maintain in purchase info record. So open purchase record. So I'm just opening purchase record in display, purchasing info record in display mode. So what is the price we maintain in purchasing info record? $10, right? So here purchasing info record price is 10. So 10 into 10, it became 100, right? 100. That's why if you see accounting document, in accounting document, okay, our inventory GL account, let me open accounting document again. Our inventory GL account, okay, it got debited with BSX transaction key with amount 100 rupees. With 100 rupees. Now, what is the second entry? Second entry is when consignment payable account. Consignment payable account. Consignment payable account. And this consignment payable account will be credited with which transaction key? This just you need to remember this transaction key. Transaction key KON. And with what amount this will credit? It will be credited with transfer posting quantity into purchasing info record price, purchasing info record price, purchasing info record price. So as we know, right, how much quantity we did, for how much quantity we did transfer posting, we did transfer posting for 10 quantity into what price we maintain in purchasing info record, we maintain 10 rupees in the purchasing info record. So 10 into 10, 100. So here our consignment payable account, it will be credited with KON transaction key and with amount 100 rupees. 100 rupees it will be minus, right, because this is crediting. So this is the accounting entry system will generate during transfer posting. Now let's say, okay, what we'll do, I will, let's say another requirement come, let's say we receive one more requirement, okay, for consumption, and for that purpose what we'll do, we'll again go to MKOL transaction. Now I will show you consumption entry with goods issue, okay, instead of doing transfer posting. Now what we'll do, we'll select action as a goods issue. In the reference document we'll select reference document as a other, and in the movement type field we'll select movement type 201 with special stock indicator K. Press enter, scroll down. So at item level here enter material CONS underscore mat1. In quantity field enter quantity, let's say here I am entering quantity 10 each. In where tab enter your plant code, my plant code is ZP01 and solution is 0001, and just make sure, okay, at header level and item level, okay, movement type will be same, okay. So at header level is 201K and at item level also 201K. Then in a partner tab here just remember, okay, just enter vendor. Suppose if you don't enter vendor and if you go for account assignment tab and if you enter here account assignment detail, let's say here I am entering cost center information, selecting item OK checkbox and click on check button. So system will throw error, enter a vendor for special stock K. It means as we are trying to issue vendor consignment stock, so system is expecting, okay, information about supplier, okay, which supplier or which vendor consignment stock we are trying to issue, okay. So in partner tab here you need to enter vendor details. So here I want to issue consignment stock of this vendor. So again click on check button. So now we got a message document is okay, so we can click on post. So we can post the document. So now document has posted. What is the document number? 8000144. Now we'll again go to the display mode to check this material document. Yeah, so this material document, okay, now we open in display mode. Again go to doc information tab, click on FI document. So here you can see with 201K movement also accounting document has generated. So here with goods issue, okay, goods issue with 201K or 261K, okay, what will happen, okay, system will generate material document as well as accounting document. So here now we'll see what accounting entries system generated during 201K movement. First thing, here what we did, okay, we directly consume stock of vendor stock, consignment stock, right? We didn't transfer ownership from vendor to us, right? We directly consume that vendor consignment stock. That's why here you can see this vendor consignment, this consignment payable account transaction key triggered, and with opposite to that, okay, as we consume this consignment stock, consumption GL account got triggered with the transaction key GBB, So here first entry, consignment payable account, this consignment payable account, okay, this will be credited, with KON transaction key, and to calculate amount, what formula system will consider? System will consider the same. Instead of this transfer posting, here I will just enter goods issue quantity. Goods issue quantity into purchasing info record price. Okay, just remember, okay, in this accounting entry, system will refer purchasing info record, because in purchase order, in consignment PO, we don't enter price, right? System will always fetch price and condition details from purchasing info record only. So here goods issue quantity into purchasing info record price. So here how much quantity we issued? We issued 10 quantity. Into how much price maintained in the info record? 10. So 10 into 10, how much? 100. So in this case, our consignment payable account got credited with $100 minus. Okay, opposite to that, what happened? Our consumption GL account, debited, means our consumption value will increase, right? Because we consume, so that's why our consumption value will increase. So consumption GL account debited with GBB transaction key, into bracket, here I am just mentioning account modifier, because system will determine this GL account on basis of GBB transaction key with account modifier VBR, because we consume this material in our enterprise, within our valuation area, right? So with this GBB VBR, system will determine GL account. And what formula system will consider for calculating this amount? Same, goods issue quantity into purchasing info record price. So how much is the GI quantity? So goods issue quantity is 10 into price is 10, quantity is 10 and price is also 10. So 10 into 10, 100. So our consumption GL account will debit, okay, it will be debited with $100. Right? So now, okay, we will see this GL account, right? So for this case, okay, as I have this accounting document open. So if you see, for this goods issue case, consignment payable account, what GL account system determined? System determined this 169900 GL account. So here I am just writing what GL account system determined. Oh, not here. Okay, here I am just writing consignment payable account here. Okay, so this consignment payable account, okay, system determines this 169900. Opposite to that, what consumption GL account system determined? 450. Okay, 450. So here I am just writing 450. Now we'll check into the system. For this, okay, I will go to OBYC transaction. In OBYC transaction, if you scroll down, okay, first of all we'll see consumption GL account. If you scroll down, here you will see GBB. So double click on GBB transaction key, select your chart of account. So my chart of account is GBB. So click on position. What is our valuation modifier? Valuation modifier means valuation grouping code. So let's say my valuation modifier is 0001. General modification means account modifier. So my account modifier is VBR. And what is valuation class? Valuation class you can check in material master. So if you go to purchase order and double click on material field, in accounting one view, you can see valuation class. So my valuation class is 3000. So see, so for this combination, so chart of account, transaction key, valuation modifier, general modifier and valuation class. Okay, for this combination, what GL account is mapped? This 5 zeros, for all zeros, this GL account is mapped, okay, under our GL account mapping setting. That's why system determines this all zero GL account for consumption. Then next to that, how system determine this 169900 GL account? So for this, what system did? System referred this transaction key. What is the transaction key? KON. So go back to GL account mapping screen and search that KON transaction key. Where is the KON transaction key? Yeah, consignment payable is the description, KON is the transaction key. Double click on it. So see, so with respect to this chart of account and transaction key, what GL account is mapped? 169900. So that's why, okay, in our accounting entry, system determined this GL account, right? Here also same, because here is the transaction key KON. But now for BSX, how system will determine? So for this, again go to GL account mapping setting, go to BSX. BSX is our inventory posting, inventory GL account. So double click on it. So here, with respect to this combination, chart of account is INT, transaction key BSX. What is our valuation modifier? Our valuation modifier is 0001. What is our valuation class? 3000. So based on this combination, okay, what GL account system, okay, what GL account we mapped into system? 300010. That's why if you go to the accounting document, let me open transfer posting accounting document. So that document, I guess, was 48004. Yeah, this is the document. Go to FI document, double click on account document. See, 300010 for BSX. 300010. Yeah. So this is how system will determine GL account for the respective accounting entries. Now, next question interview may ask, okay, how this transaction key system determines, okay, BSX, then KON for 411K, for 201K, system determine KON and GBB. How system determines? So if you go to transaction OMWN, okay, account grouping. So here, if you click on position, what movement type we, let's say for transfer posting, what movement type we entered? We enter movement type 411, okay. Value updating is X, quantity updating is X, special stock indicator we selected K, hit enter, okay, and then select this and click on details button. So see, what system will do with respect to this movement type, value updating, quantity updates, update checkbox, and with special stock and movement indicators, what system will do? System will first determine value string, and with respect to this value string, system will determine the relevant transaction keys in your accounting entries. Similarly, for 201K also, if you see, enter movement type 201, value updating X, in quantity updating X, special stock indicator K, movement indicator is blank, consumption is blank, then hit enter, then select that row, click on details. So with respect to this 201K, okay, system will determine this value string, and with respect to this value string, okay, system will determine this relevant transaction key in your accounting document. So this is how system triggers or determines transaction key for your accounting entries. Now we understood, right, about this GL account determination and this account amount calculation part. There is one more thing. If you check material master again, if okay, let me open this material again. Go to accounting one view. Okay, so here for this case, has it opened? Oh, I think I came back. Yeah, go to accounting one view. So if you see here, okay, for this material, what valuation class we maintain? 3000. But what price control indicator we maintain for this material? We maintain price control indicator as a V. V means moving average price. So here is the condition. What's the condition? Let's say if let me write first case 1. If price control indicator is V, then let me write this case. If price control indicator is V, then our consignment payable account credited with goods issue quantity into purchasing info record price. Goods issue quantity into purchasing info record price, and consumption GL account debited with goods issue quantity into purchasing info record price. Same for 411K. In case of transfer posting, okay, our inventory GL account debited with transfer posting quantity into purchasing info record price, and consumable payable account credited with transfer posting quantity into purchasing info record price. But what if there is a price control indicator is S? Let me write for price control indicator. What if there is a price control indicator S? So let's say if price control indicator maintained in the material is a S means standard price. So in this case, how system will generate accounting entries? This consignment payable account, it will be always calculated with purchase info record price. Just remember this account, this consignment payable account, it will always be calculated with purchasing info record price. But in this consumption GL account, here in this case it will be debited with material master price, because in material master what price control indicator is maintained? Standard, right? So here I am just mentioning this consumption GL account, it will be debited with goods issue quantity into material master standard price. standard price. In case of transfer posting also, what will happen? Accounting entry, inventory GL account. Okay, this inventory GL account, it will be debited with transfer costing into material master standard price. Material master standard price. Material master standard price. This is case second. Now I will add one more case in this. Case 3. Let's say price control indicator is S, but here in this case, in material we have standard price $10 and purchasing info record has a $20. Okay, in case 2, here I am just mentioning, okay, in case 2, here both material and purchase info record has the same price, $10, but let's say in material master we have price control indicator, yes, and in material we maintain standard price as a $10, but in info record we have a $20. Then in that case, so if there is a difference, then that difference okay, system will post into price difference GL account or profit and loss account. That difference, here I am just mentioning, if there is a difference, then that difference amount posted into profit and loss account with transaction key AKO. Okay, if there is a price difference, then that difference amount system will post into GL account, okay, which will be determined with transaction key AKO. So this thing, okay, you need to remember. So this is about transaction keys and accounting entry part. Now let's say, okay, we have consumed a few quantity from consignment stock. Now we became liable to do settlement, or we become liable to do payment to the vendor. Now I want to do payment to the vendor, or I want to do settlement for that consumed quantity. So in case of vendor consignment, we don't receive invoice from the vendor. Or we don't create invoice using micro transaction. So in this case, what we do, instead of creating invoice through micro transaction, we use transaction code MRKO. For consignment and pipeline settlement. So to create consignment and pipeline settlement, what transaction code we need to use? We need to use transaction code MRKO. So in this transaction code, enter your company code and for which supplier you want to do settlement. So enter that supplier details. So let's say I want to do settlement for company code ZC01. Under company code ZC01, I want to do settlement for this supplier. And if you want to enter further details like for which plant, for which material, okay, and for which date range, okay, you want to do settlements, so you can enter that further details for filtration purpose. Now as we are doing settlement for consignment, so here I will select consignment only. Now, so before doing settlement, first of all I want to check, okay, what all the documents currently present which are unsettled. Okay, what are the documents currently we have in the system which are in unsettled status. So here I am selecting in the display, and I want to display only those documents which are not settled yet. So here I am selecting withdrawals not settled checkbox. So click on execute. So here you can see, okay, we have a two document, okay, we have a two document which has a status not settled yet, which has a status not settled, right? Now I want to do settlement, okay, I want to do settlement. So what I will do, first of all, okay, that account payable team, they will just verify all this information, okay, and now if they want to do settlement, how they can do, they will just click on back button, and here they will select settle radio button, again they will click on execute button. So now, so here what happened, so we clicked on settle button, but here we got one message, no tax information found. It means, okay, actually we try to do settlement, but due to some issue, due to some data issue, okay, system didn't generate, okay, settlement document, okay, and here system has popped up one error. What is the error? No tax information found. So do you remember at the time of creating info record, okay, I just told you, okay, there was one field, tax code, that tax code field, okay, intentionally I kept that field as a blank, right? Why I kept that field as a blank? Because I wanted to show you this error, okay. So while generating settlement document, what system does, system tries to determine tax code from purchasing info record. System tries to determine tax code from the purchasing info record, right? So now what I will do, I will go back to purchasing info record. So here I will execute transaction code ME12, enter your supplier, material, purchasing info record, plant, and select consignment info category, hit enter, go to the purchase or data screen, and in the tax code field enter tax code. So let's say this is a relevant tax code, so click on save. So now we have maintained tax code. So again go to that settlement transaction, yeah, click on back button. Now we have maintained tax code. Yeah, so we came back. I think I have to close few screens. MRKO. Here I am just entering company code. I don't enter, okay, supplier plant details. Click on settle, click on execute. See, now what happened, okay, we got a message, document has created, document has created. So this is the settlement document. So here you can see this transaction, this accounting entries got generated during settlement. So these are the transaction keys, okay, triggered during settlement. This KBS for vendor account, this again KBS for, okay, consignment payable account, and these are the tax relevant GL account something. So just verify these transaction keys. Now, okay, so this settlement part is done. Suppose if you want to send this settlement document copy to the supplier, if you want to send this settlement document copy to the supplier, so for this, okay, you need to trigger one output, okay, you need to trigger one output. So if you click on, if you select this settlement document, click on message, So here you can see there is one output KONS. Let me go back. First of all, we need to check, okay, whether we have maintained condition record for that output or not. So if you want to maintain condition record for output KONS, how you can maintain? There is one transaction code MRM1. So here enter your output, click on key combination. So here you select, okay, to which combination, at which combination level you want to maintain condition record. Let's say I want to maintain condition record at company code level. So here I will select key combination company code, click on continue. Now here I am entering my company code. Let's say my company code is ZC01. Hit enter. So observe all details, okay, populated automatically. Select this company code row, click on communication. Here enter our local output device. So here I am just selecting checkbox and enter output device LP01. Click on save button. Go to, okay, documents are already settled, right? Settled the document. So which document we settled? I guess last two document we settled, right? If you select this, click on messages. The document is already settled, that's why it is not opening. Yeah, so okay, here you can see this is the, suppose if you want to see the print preview of this, then select this document and click on print preview, because but there is some error issue, okay, that's why I'm not able to check this print preview here. So this is how you can check print preview, and if you want to send this settlement copy to the supplier, then you can transmit this copy to the supplier. So this is about settlement part. Now there is one more question interviewer sometimes may ask in the interview. What's that question? Suppose if I want to check consignment stock, okay, other than MMBE transaction, okay, if I want to check stock for vendor consignment other than MMBE transaction, how I can check? So if you want to check vendor consignment stock, then you can use MB54 transaction code. Under MB54 transaction, enter your material plant, click on execute. So under this material okay, so here it will show for which are okay, for this material, okay, or let's say, okay, I am just removing this material, click on execute. So here it will show under our plant to which all the material we have vendor consignment stock available, okay, and suppose if you click on this vendor, so here it will show to which vendor, okay, how much quantity or how much total value we have, okay. If you want to take extract of this, export of this, then here is the option from here, okay, you can do export of this report. If you want to check consignment stock in Fiori application, then you have to use application consignment stock. In Fiori you can check vendor consignment stock in Fiori application consignment stocks. Then if you want to check consignment stock at database level, so at database level if you want to check, then that consignment stock will be available in table MKOL. So in this MKOL table, okay, if you enter your material code, or let's say here I am entering only plant, so my plant code is ZP01. So here I want to check, okay, for which are the, for whichever the to which all the material, okay, we have a vendor consignment stock. So here it will show we have a two materials, okay, consignment underscore mat1, raw hyphen mat1. These are the two materials which for which we have a vendor consignment stock available. Here you can see under consignment stock column. For this first row, here what it is showing, for this material we have a 80 quantity stock available under plant ZP01 0001. Then there is one more 80 quantity of stock available, and it is available for raw underscore raw hyphen mat1 material under plant ZP01 and 0001 solution, and there is 8 quantity stock available under ZP01 0003 solution for raw hyphen mat1 material. So this is how you can check stock level in table MKOL. So these are some theoretical and theoretical part. Okay, as we already discussed about item category, right? So these are the control parameters maintained in item category setting. Then as I mentioned, okay, we need to create purchasing info record with the standard purchase or standard purchase occasion. Let's say if there are multiple purchase occasion, and if you created consignment purchase info record with all those purchase info all those purchase occasion, then in that case system will give preference to the purchasing info record which is created with standard purchase occasion. Then we need to maintain condition record for KONS output to send automatic settlement document to the vendor by fax or by email. Okay, and you can use next transaction or by MRM1 transaction you can maintain condition record. So these are all the steps, okay, which you need to perform during consignment process. So this is all about vendor consignment process. Hope you are enjoying my videos. Those who have not subscribed yet, kindly do subscribe and like my videos, and also request you to share my videos to all your friends, okay, who are SAP professionals. Thanks for watching and keep learning. Bye.